Hi, I want to welcome you to the market research part of the video training component of Seaport T2+2. In these sessions, we're going to be looking at how we do market research. I'm not going to repeat the material in Commercialization 101. You can read it there. It's coherent and a much more extensive presentation. What I can do in these videos for you is give you some of my tricks of the trade, some tips on how to approach it, some ideas that you can use to make it easier to do market research. So let's get started. The first idea I want to give you is that market research is really about telling a story. It's not just about the facts and the figures. Certainly they're important. Certainly you want to tell the truth. But equally important is to tell a story that's persuasive, that you believe indicates how this technology can get to the market. In order to do that, you have to think of it almost like a novel. There's a protagonist. The protagonist is the technology. There's a plot line. The plot line is the technology as it tries to find a competitive opening, deals with the competition, tries to find where its competitive advantage lies, overcomes obstacles like barriers to entry and so on, and finally finds a home with the target. Then there's characters in the novel. In addition to just the technologies, there's the developers, the stakeholders, the end users, the targets, competitors, so on and so forth. And you weave this story together. It's almost like Jason and the Argonauts or some mythic tale where the hero has to overcome all these big hurdles in order to get to market. And when you get done, it seems inevitable that the technology should be going to market. That's the kind of story you want to tell. A story that makes it seem that, of course, this technology should go to market, and one reason it seems that way is the data supports it. Now, another way to look at this storytelling is from a scientific perspective. What are we doing? The story is really like a hypothesis, and we are going to falsify or sustain that hypothesis by finding data that indicates what's going on. The data is like little stepping stones that pin the assumptions we have to make as we go along this path across the fjord in order to get to the market. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be figuring out how do we tell this story, how do we tell it persuasively, and we'll start looking at some of the components of that in the next session.